And we're live. Hello and welcome. My name is Mostafa Hosseini, and I'm your host for Daily Confidence for Entrepreneurs. Today, we are here with yet another amazing set of interviews with our expert contributors to the Confidence Giveaway. What's happening at the giveaway is we are sharing gifts with business owners to help them boost their confidence in different areas of business, such as mindset, business strategy, sales and marketing, health and wellness. We've got speaking and visibility, funnels and technology, and we got the finance category. About 38 business owners are sharing gifts, tools, and resources to help you boost your confidence in running your business on a daily basis. During the show, we will be doing a draw for Amazon gift cards, and I'll share more details about that later. So I'm gonna bring on our first guest, Joe Nicasio.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, Joe. How are you?
I am blessed to be in your presence.
Appreciate that. Likewise. How's your day going so far?
I am swamped. I'm busy, between serving my clients and working on gaining state of the art skills for myself and, launching new programs now and launching new programs for the rest of the year. I am swamped and life is good.
Amazing. So, Joe, please tell us about your name, your business name, and where you're based out of.
Yeah, well, I'm a digital nomad. I'm Joe Nicasio. I'm a business development expert. I've been helping entrepreneurs reinvent themselves since 1999. Uh, I'm very good at what I do, and um, yeah, I have this program. Every day around the world, millions of people are driving reluctantly to a job they don't want to go to, and they're praying, "Dear God, send me a mentor to show me how to start my own business and do it the right way so I'm profitable, and I never have to work on this soul-sucking job working for idiots ever again." And I am Joe Nicasio. I'm the answer to that prayer. Okay, and
Love it.
that's what I've been doing, and that's what I'm about, is really
Good.
helping people prosper in their businesses.
Beautiful. And so, what's the story behind what you do now?
You know, um, I made a million, lost everything. Got mentored by Jay Abraham for 7 years. Learned a lot about marketing and what makes a business really work. My midlife crisis kind of turned into a midlife calling, and I was working with people that were making three or four or $500,000 a year and helping them go to 3 or 4 or $5 million a year or beyond. And I kept in networking meetings when I told people that's who I worked with. A lot of people said, "Joe, I don't even make 30 or 40,000 a year. As a matter of fact, I don't even have my own business." And I want to start my own business, but nobody's really teaching me the real stuff. And I really felt like if you were in business and you were making, six figures a year, there's a lot of people to help that crowd. But people that are starting from nothing really don't have the support. And when I just started to realize that a lot of people need this, and nobody's serving these people, and it became a calling, a spiritual calling.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Love it. And how do you define who you serve as a business owner? What does your audience look like?
Well, I think I just told you about the people driving to a job. I think a lot of times, the problem I solve is business failure, business risk. We've heard this saying that 9 out of 10 businesses fail, and not on my watch. If you want to do it and you want to do it the right way, you know, before you build a business, it's like before, every day. Let's put it a different way. Once upon a time, a man walks onto a construction site and there's three guys working. He asks the first man, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm laying bricks." He asks the second guy, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm building a wall." He asks the third man, "What are you doing?" And he smiles and he looks to the heavens and he says, "I'm building a cathedral." If you're tired of laying bricks and you're tired of building walls and you want to build a business cathedral, you want to build that $1 million business, I can help you do that. But here's the deal. Before you build a tall cathedral, you need to build a strong foundation. You need to have a good blueprint. And that's what I do, is I help you build that blueprint to figure out what's the right business for you. Then we build that strong foundation so that you have a business that's built on strong fundamentals. And when you have a business built on strong fundamentals, it doesn't matter if you go slow or fast, you're going to get there eventually because you're building it on sound principle. And that's what I'm really about. So anybody that, we all have talents and skills and abilities from God. And like, let's figure out what's the right business for you and your personality. If you're into art, let's find a way to monetize your art. If you're into dentistry, let's figure a way to build a business that works. And, it's not just about the money. I've built this thing called the Business Happiness Blueprint. It's really around this principle of doing what you love for yourself and others, sharing the love through your service and through marketing and promotion, so you can receive the love in the form of appointments, gratitude, cash, repeat business, referral business, testimonials, and all the other good things happen when you serve, when you show up. If you want to make a lot, you got to learn to give a lot. And if you
Got
do
it.
it from a place of love, it's amazing. Magic happens.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Tell us about the gift that you're sharing and how it helps business owners in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I was asked to speak to a group of 50 people that all had bachelor's, master's, and PhDs. And the bottom line is they wanted to get jobs, and they wanted a dream business, but they're afraid of starting their own business. And I realized that there's this entrepreneur paradox. We want to start a business, but we're afraid. And so I wrote a book called Resurrecting America's Entrepreneurial Spirit. And it's really designed, I've identified 21 things that attack our spirit in terms of being an entrepreneur. So I have spirit killer number one, and there's spirit builder number one, spirit killer number two, spirit. And so I wrote this book specifically. A lot of people are afraid of starting their own business, and I've identified 21 of those common fears and how to overcome them. And you can buy it for $25 on Amazon, or you can get it in the giveaway here, absolutely free. Plus, I'll throw in, let me buy you an hour of my time, which is a $500 value. So it's a $525 value gift.
Beautiful. Appreciate it. Joe, really appreciate what you're doing and your contribution to the giveaway and making an impact with the entrepreneurs out there. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for thanking me. I appreciate being appreciated.
Thank you. Bye now. So, gang, if you're watching or if joining us later, we've got the confidence giveaway happening this week, and today we're interviewing our amazing contributors. We are doing a what you might call it gift draw for Amazon gift cards for you to enter the draw. If you comment on the live feed, if you ask questions, and or if you tag a friend who could benefit from the gifts and the topics that we're talking about here, you will enter the draw to win an Amazon gift card. My next guest is Deidre Siriani. Welcome, Deidre.
Hi.
How are ya?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I love your vibe. How's your day going so far?
It's been a busy day, and I've got a coffee here. I popped over to Starbucks to get some more energy, and I'm feeling real good.
I am so jealous. I need a Starbucks coffee too. I'll just, as soon as I'm done here with the interviews, I'm going to pop over to Starbucks and grab my grande pike with no room, black.
Ooh, I got a grande with 2 shots of caramel, like sugar-free caramel, vanilla, whatever it is, and almond milk. And let me tell you, I love treating myself to Starbucks. It's a little treat on long working days.
I've been going to Starbucks for a good part of 15 years, almost on a daily basis.
Wow.
I still don't, well, not on a daily basis, during the week. Let's just put it that way. But I still don't speak the Starbucks language. I go in there, I'm like, I need a tall pike.
Yeah.
Nothing in it. That's it.
Well, the thing is, like, once you get started or you find your perfect, flavor, it's, I'm not the triple hot, take away the foam. I don't go too crazy, but I really, I do have a couple preferences.
Fantastic. So for those of you who are watching and joining us now, the confidence giveaway is happening. About 38 business owners are sharing about $16,000 worth of gifts, tools, and resources to help you build confidence in your business. If you haven't signed up, if you're watching or listening later in our podcast, visit dailyconfidence.show/giveaway to get access to all these amazing gifts from experts like Miss Siriani here. So, Deidre, please introduce yourself, your business, and where you're based out of.
Yeah, so my name's Deidre Suriani, and the name of my business is called Radically Aligned. And what I do is that's exactly what I help people do. I work with impact-driven entrepreneurs, visionaries, authors, speakers, those who are here to create the change that we want in the world. Those are the people that I work with, and I help them step into radical alignment, no compromise, fully on mission, heal their past, integrate change, activate their highest gifts with the universe, because we all have them, and then go and make the impact in the world. And where I'm based out of, I'm everywhere. I feel like I'm everywhere online, right? But in this current moment, I'm in Kamloops, BC, Canada, which is my hometown that I grew up in. I recently made the move here. So yeah, it's a new location for me.
Love it. Love it. So what's the story behind what you do?
Yeah, so for many years in my life, I had unhealed trauma that was running the show. It was causing me to play small, not fully step into my confidence, into my greatness, and really own my magic and make my impact. And so I always had this feeling inside of me that there's so much more for me to step into. And I almost had this fear of my greatness, this fire within me that wanted to come out and change the world, because I wasn't in the right environments. I didn't have the right tools, support to understand and see my blind spots. So when I was able to really go on the path of studying with shamans and really having my wake up call, which when my spirit told me that if I did not change my life, I was going to manifest cancer and die within a year, that's when I really woke up and made a big change. And that was going down the path of really going deep within myself. And through that journey of working with many mentors, shamans, and reading the books, going to all the seminars and everything, I'm like, there's something missing here, because no matter what I did, I still felt like things were not changing. And then it brought me to this space of understanding the power of healing our trauma and how it is the foundational piece of waking up to our highest self. So through healing my own trauma, working with different coaches and mentors, and discovering these ancient wisdom technologies, I was able to heal my trauma, move through massive shift, start a new business, start making a bigger change, and then having all of these opportunities open up for me of being able to do a TEDx, as well as support hundreds of people. And it was because of the process I went through. So my story comes from being in struggle for a very long time, not listening to the signs, understanding the signs, and then now helping other people create that change in their life, integrate change, activate their highest gifts, and then how to make the biggest impact as far as that vehicle.
Very nice. Very nice. So real quick, who do you serve and what does your audience look like?
Yeah, so I serve impact-driven entrepreneurs, visionaries, the people that are here to create a change in the world and have a voice and message inside of them that they know needs to be in front of more people. They have this purpose that is bigger than them.
Love it. And then tell us about your gift that you're sharing, and how does it help entrepreneurs boost their confidence?
Yeah, I love this gift, and I'm so excited that we have this opportunity to share it, Mostafa. So it essentially is a way for you to get really clear on where you are now, like really, really crystal clear on where you are now, because until we know where we are, it's very difficult to get where we're going, and really get in touch with where you want to go. But more importantly, this is the thing that's missed through most workshops and events that I've gone to, is identifying exactly what is in the way. Exactly what is in the way, behavior, thought patterns, all of the things that could get in your way, and then creating a strategic plan to get those things out of the way so that when you move forward with your goals this next year, it is smooth sailing. There are no things that are going to trigger you and get you to step away from what you're here to do. And so it's a video series, and also I have this really powerful assessment where you can assess 3 areas of your life that you want to work on, or all 20-something areas. So it's really, really powerful.
Beautiful. That is amazing. Thanks. Thank you for all the amazing contributions that you're doing to make an impact in the world in this craziness that is happening around us. I really appreciate your time and energy, and hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thanks so much for having me. Bye.
Bye-bye. My next guest is Mike April. Welcome, Mike.
Hey, how are you doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
Really, really good. Glad to be here.
You look happy.
Yeah, this is the
What?
confidence giveaway, and I was just excited to be part of this, to be able to give away some stuff that can help business owners, and that's what I'm all about, is helping business owners do better.
Beauty. So, Mike, tell us about your business name and where you're based out of.
Yeah, my name's Mike April, and my business is April Tax Solutions. I'm based out of Calgary, Alberta, in Canada.
Woo!
So
very nice.
Same home as you, I believe.
What's that?
Same hometown as you.
Yes, I'm in Calgary too. I got to go out and shovel some snow. We got a little bit of freshies out. So what is the story behind what you do?
Well, I used to be a business owner that struggled with accounting and that kind of stuff, getting my books done. And, I used to flip properties and renovations, work with foreclosures, helping keep good, helping bad people or good people out of bad situations with their foreclosure, keep them in their homes. And when I was doing that, I really was excited about it, except for the taxes at the end of the year was the part that was a little onerous on me, and I was a little confused, and sometimes I get stressed out, and it almost felt like the accountants weren't putting me first, or they weren't giving me the right advice, because I found out at the end of one year, I kind of deconstructed, why did I pay so much tax this year? And I found out, my accountants hadn't told me everything that I could have been doing. And when I deconstructed and said, well, I could have done this, this, and this, I could have saved thousands of dollars and kept that in my business and not paid, the CRA in Canada, Canada Revenue Agency, or in the States, it's called the IRS, Internal Revenue Service. I was overpaying them just because I didn't know of some of the techniques that, there's different ways that you can do your taxes, and they're all legitimate, but it's, it all depends on your situation. And when I finally learned that, I said, okay, I'm going to make a difference, because I started talking to some business owner friends, and they were in the same boat. They're going, oh my God, don't even get me started on taxes, and they started recounting almost the same stories that I was going through. So I said, okay, I'm going to set up this firm, April Tax Solutions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the client and their needs, and making sure that, I can handhold all the tax situation things and get them moving along. And I have a great accountants that support me to be able to make sure the taxes get done right. And people go, well, my accountant, shouldn't he know what he's doing? Well, he could, but I mean, sometimes accountants, just because they have a CPA designation, doesn't mean that they're good at taxes. Yeah. Like, you wouldn't let a knee surgeon work on your heart, would you? And that's kind of the same thing. They go through school. They're taught many different areas, categories of taxation. Some of them are oil and gas accountants, which are really good. And, at the end of the day, they say, you know what? I'm oil and gas. I don't do personal taxes. I don't know how to pull that together. I'm kind of lost. I haven't kept up to date on what's required by the Tax Act. So
you got it. So, Mike, who do you serve, and how do you define your audience?
I serve business owners and in different areas. It could be a startup that I want to make sure that they get started on the right foot, and that they're just not running blindly, getting a whole bunch of money in their account and then not realizing some of the tax consequences that might come up and kind of catch them by surprise later on. Or you might be a seasoned business owner and you just realize that, hey, you know what? I'm really not having communication with my accountant. He's not getting back to me, or he's not giving me the advice maybe that I'm seeking. And, one of the conversations I have is, I ask people, I said, what's your accountant like? And they go, oh, he's a good guy. But I mean, it doesn't really, because they really don't know what to ask or what to look for. Yeah. So I want to make sure that they're putting all the right things, they're collecting all the right receipts and expenses. And at the end of the day, just because you have the revenues there, don't forget the expenses are there too. And revenue minus expenses equals profit, and that's what you get taxed on. So if you can increase those expenses, and a lot of people just don't know all the expenses that they can claim. And it's about giving them all the right tools. And, that's what my gift offering actually is, I've put out some tax tips out there that most people may have never heard of before. So
Tell us about your gift. What is your gift, and how does it help business owners boost their confidence?
Well, my gift is called 5 Tax Hacks, and it's about understanding what you should be collecting, how you should be collecting it. I think one of the gifts there's actually a series of short videos, and one of the gifts is, you're a sole proprietor today. When should you incorporate? What's the advantage of incorporation, and when do you pull the trigger and actually take that step from sole proprietor to incorporation? And that's just one of the nuggets that I share in my videos. And actually, just for stepping into it, I've got 2 bonus videos that I've included as well. So
very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I think taxes are very important. I learned this from Dan Kennedy years ago, that a business owner's sole responsibility, and I'm paraphrasing, so it might not be exactly as what he said, but he said a business owner's main responsibility is to run and maintain a profitable business, because it's the profits that pay for our wages, for the mortgage, pay for everything. And it's mind-boggling how many business owners don't even think about profits. They're just thinking about being busy. And when it comes to the end of the year and getting the taxes done, because the CRA guy or the IRS guy called him and says, hey, you have 30 days to file your taxes. Now they're doing their best to save as much money as they can on their accountant, right? So,
yeah, for sure.
And they lose like on multiple fronts.
Yeah. And when you look at it, like when I take on a client, I balance what they're doing corporately with what they're taking in personally. Because in Canada, for example, the federal tax rate on small businesses, there's an advantage to startups under 500,000. Their tax rate is 9%. And the personal tax rate can vary somewhere between 18 to 26%. So which percentage of tax would you rather pay? It's kind of a no-brainer there, right?
Yeah, no-brainer there. Yeah, absolutely. And then it's amazing for the fact that you guys give advice to business owners, because like you mentioned, we go in there and the tax book, I understand, is a thick book that you need an interpreter, and you probably need to go to school for 5 years to understand what's in there, right?
That's right.
And so if someone could give you tax advice and accounting advice with someone that actually has business experience, right, it makes a huge difference.
I think that's my main advantage. Is I've been out there. I've been in the trenches. I've seen what my expectations were and what I needed to know about finances to stay profitable. And so I've been through it. So a lot of clients that I sit across the table from, I understand where they've been. I understand their frustrations because I lived them too. And I think that's the main advantage I hold out.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Mike, I really appreciate what you're doing and the amazing gift that you are sharing with business owners, with the impact that you're making out there. It is really nice and amazing. Thank you very much. I'm waiting for my next guest, Jane M. Powers, to show up. And Mike, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'm sure we will chat soon again.
Yeah, and I just want to take this quick moment to say thank you for putting together this confidence giveaway, and especially in these trying times for some business owners, giving them those little nuggets which might help them elevate to the next step.
Thanks to you. Thank you very much. Thank you for playing with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Good man. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
Bye-bye. Jane.
Howdy.
Welcome.
How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. I couldn't wait. I was sitting in the backstage and I thought, I need to talk to that dude.
Mike is a good guy.
Yeah. And he's smarter than your average bear, it seems.
Yeah, no, he knows his stuff, and he's a good, heart-centered accountant.
Yeah.
And love the guy, and I've known him for a few years. You should definitely reach out to him.
Yeah, nice.
Good. So, Jane, please tell us about your name, your business name, and where you're based out of.
Well, right now, Sholo, I'm up in the mountains freezing. Now, I know to you people in Canada, you're thinking, you sissy, it's not that cold. But I am based out of Phoenix, Arizona, and my business, every day it determines what my business is about because it is basically based on my name, but we go by Let's Talk Impact, and our business is based on what? Impact, how to have impact, and how to create a message and a conversation that not only has great impact, but it converts like 10 times over for you.
Love it. Love it. Love it. For those of you who have joined us later or listening to this later, we're doing the confidence giveaway. Our amazing guest, Jane M. Powers, and other amazing experts that we have in the giveaway who are sharing their gifts are jumping on a call, talking about who they are and the gifts that they're sharing. And we're also doing a draw, actually 2 draws for Amazon gift cards. And for you to win those Amazon gift cards, if you comment on the live show, ask a question, and or tag a friend who could benefit from all these amazing topics and gifts that we're talking about, you will enter the draw. So, Jane, what is the story behind what you're doing now?
You know, it's interesting because the story started out very differently. I started out, I don't know if you even know this, Mostafa, I started out as a spiritual life coach. I had worked myself out of plenty of jobs, AKA I was terminated or I quit prior to being fired because I always think I know the best and I could do it the best, but corporations don't always think that. So I went out on my own. I became a spiritual life coach, and I found that people wanted to Zen. And then I happen to want to Zen at 832,000 miles an hour so that we can Zen and get stuff done all at the same time. So get rich while you're Zenning in your spirituality. And people kept asking, how the heck are you so successful taking your spiritual work into corporations? And I said, yeah, I don't know. I just go and I speak and I sell. And people kept asking me, well, why don't you write that down and make it a business? So lo and behold, speak and sell. So the business that we do is speak with confidence, sell with authority. And I'm biased. People think that you need every component in your business. And I believe the core component that you need in your business for success is a message that actually converts and a sales conversation that honors your buyer's yes. So the cornerstone of our business is authenticity and having conversations. But the best part is once you speak, the objections are just, when can I get started? Here's the best credit card to put it on, and I'm getting started. That's our goal.
Absolutely. So going back to what you said, you just went from the beach in Mexico to the mountains.
Yeah, it was quite a weather transition.
How did that happen?
You know what? Oh my God, we all know this. I'm so done. I am so done. We used to travel every other month, going to events, connecting with fellow entrepreneurs. And in 2020, we did 0 travel. And once we found a border that opened, we clicked yes. Now the weather, it was rainy and humid, and I don't know how sand got into places that are unmentionable on this interview. But I'm telling you, we went in 11 days and got a change of scenery. But here's the irony. You get off the plane and everybody has masks on. You're like, crap, I did not escape that. So, and then I have a mountain home. So we had to come up here to get some things done and close down for the winter to go back to the valley. So that is the day in the life of.
So you're not going back again in the winter?
We'll come up every once in a while. I am originally from Chicago. I have shoveled enough snow in my day. I do not need any more snow. I don't need to wear any galoshes. If you remember what those were. My dad had galoshes. I'm like, Dad, those are just like big old condoms for your shoes.
So I guess you're not a skier like I am.
No, I used to, and then I'm a mountain biker. So I'm a biker. I want to be out on the trails. I want to be hiking. And that's why we do up here in the mountains in the summer and then down in the valley to do the outdoor play.
Beauty. So what you talk about here in terms of speaking for business owners, that's a very big piece that over 90% of people are either scared to death to speak, or they're just not confident and comfortable speaking. What's your experience on that? Did you have that experience at some point as well, where you're just scared to, show up on a stage and share your message?
Yeah, it's interesting. People are like, "Oh my God, you're just a born speaker." I'm like, "Oh no, I created this speaker." I can remember. I'm telling you, it was 7th grade. My very first speech. This is how I designed a lot of my speaking ability. I'm telling you, I was so scared, and I remember I had to do a presentation. I could have thrown up. Then I came out of college and I did prevention work. So I was doing sexual abuse prevention, suicide, drug and alcohol, leadership development with kids, prison, drug and alcohol treatment centers. They put me on stage to talk to 200 juvenile delinquents about date rape. It was not a popular topic, and it was not, I had to figure it out very quickly, how to get people to listen and move into action. So that was, my goodness, that was over 30 years ago. I've been a professional speaker for over 30 years and a sales trainer. And much of that comes, I know, I look so young, you're thinking. I'm telling you, what happened was I set up a structure to deliver my presentation, which took away 50% of my fear. I have a lot of people that they're like, "Oh my God, I do not want to get in front of a crowd." And what they end up doing is they default to their natural ability, which most become teachers. And they begin to teach, and then they begin to overload and bore, confuse, and withdraw the audience. So what I do is help with a presentation on or offline that allows you to capture their attention, starting out 17.5 seconds with the infomercial, aka free gift, get it while it's hot. But what I do is I take that formula, which is essentially a extended sales conversation that gives great value, great entertainment, and great information, and people are happy to buy what you are offering, whether it's free or a paid offer. So a lot of it is get the structure. Once you have the structure, your confidence will soar. I've seen it a million times with clients that still want to throw up before they go on stage, but they have their talk, they have the formula, and it gets delivered whether they're nervous or not, and they sell. They convert.
Love it. Having a structure and a working formula is extremely important. Now, Jane, please tell us about the gift that you're sharing and how does it help business owners boost their confidence?
So the gift that I am sharing, this is epic. This is like my claim to fame. What will be on my tombstone is going to be the inventor, the trademark formula, patented intromercial. What that basically means is that you are going to ditch the old-fashioned elevator pitch where you are saying, "I help." When we say "I help," it does not impress or delight our listeners. What it says is, "Yeah, I might be a volunteer." What I do in the intromercial, 17.5 seconds is our goal. You create it's like an elevator pitch on steroids. That thing is going to attract attention. And I have actually converted high-end clients in 17.5 seconds. And I'm not lying. I am, you know me, I'm not full of hype and a bunch of BS. It's bottom line. You not only get the entire formula, but you get a training that I have done creating people's intromercials.
17 seconds.
Yes.
All
you
right.
want me to show you? I got to show you. You ready?
All right.
You too can deliver this. Ready? You should time it, but okay. Entrepreneurs, hire me to speak with confidence and sell with authority because most are not articulating their message clearly enough and they are leaving opportunities empty-handed. So I help you connect, capture, and close your ideal audience. Bottom line, you must unleash your unfair sales advantage. When you get my gift, you will start out with 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds, and then it will dwindle down 17.5 seconds. You're done.
Love it. Jane, I really what you're doing. I love what you're doing and what you're sharing. I really appreciate your gift. For those of you who are watching or listening later, this is an amazing gift. Figuring out how to speak is a big deal, especially these days when you have to show up on social media and on Zoom and various online stages. And later we're going to be back offline. It is a very important piece. And if you're serious about growing and scaling a business, you must have this figured out. It is not something you could be afraid of. Get this resource, boost your confidence, and go out there and rock the world and sell as much as you can. Jane,
with great authenticity.
Absolutely. Jane, appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hope you have a great rest of your day up in the mountains.
All right, my pleasure. Take care.
Beauty. Thank you. Next, I've got Mr. Elazer. Mr. Shadid, how are you?
Life is good, and it's even better now that I am on the confidence giveaway stage.
Love it. Thank you for joining us. Please tell us about your business name and where you're based out of.
Well, Shadid Elazer and Associates is a subdivision of Managed Path Solutions based out of the great state of Maryland, Baltimore, to be exact.
Love it. And Shadid, what is the story behind what you're doing now?
Well, the story behind what I'm doing is to profit is to reinvest. So in my efforts to provide high quality services for entrepreneurs, I take those efforts and reinvest those into the community. We call it strategic philanthropy. So when I profit, I help to rebuild communities that are underserved, let's say underprivileged, underfunded, and help to use the power of entrepreneurship to restore ownership and accountability to those areas.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Who do you serve? How do you define your audience?
Well, my clients who are 6 and 7 figure experts, coaches, and entrepreneurs have reported that I rescued them from the dreaded time for money trap by helping them to sell their brain, which means I help them to package their knowledge, skills, and abilities and create digital assets so that they can license, lease, or sell that intellectual property to agencies, schools, and large corporations, and create additional paydays for their business.
Love it. Create, license, or lease to other businesses and agencies.
Yes.
And is that what you're sharing with your gift, or your gift is something different?
Well, the gift itself is one of the key metrics to being able to package your knowledge, which is partnerships. So when we have the art or ability to, let's say, have a message or have a digital asset, when you have the community of like-minded partners around you, you can amplify that message for a cause you support. You can create a course and have it available within the school system, for example. You can have a textbook and have it available in the library. But if you're just an individual on your own, the question becomes, how do I build those partnerships? And that's where the giveaway provides the step-by-step.
Love it. That is amazing. Tell us more about the partnership piece. What do you mean by that?
Well, when we talk about partnerships, the fastest way to grow and scale your business is not through having a fancy product or having a great elevator pitch. It is through partnerships, through strategic partnerships. They may be known as joint venture partnerships. Now, we join joint venture communities and we're told to get joint venture ready. But for someone who's getting started, the question is, what do I say? How do I approach someone who's higher up on the totem pole? How do I approach someone and find out what their intentions are so that it aligns with my brand? And in the giveaway, what I'm providing is not just a template or a checklist, but a full execution plan over 15 video modules walking through partnerships from a value-based perspective, which means I don't partner with the opportunity. I person with the values and alignment so that when the opportunity comes, there's more opportunity to be creative and to scale partnerships much further.
Love it. And I know partnerships are a very important part of business. And with a good partnership, we could grow and scale a lot easier and faster with less cost. Just having that support there is invaluable. And I know some people don't have the confidence to maybe reach out or to even accept and create the partnerships. So can you tell us about quickly how your gift helps business owners boost their confidence?
Well, the most important mindset hack that you need to overcome is the feeling that you're not worthy of support. You're not worthy of support. So within the partnership profits formula, we go through the mindset piece of it in terms of how to take inventory of what works for you or what you've accomplished and create that momentum so that when you're reaching out to people, when you're having these conversations, you feel validated and you can step forward and create the partnerships because you are worthy of support.
I love that piece. Like that the self-worth and the worthiness is a very big piece to cover. So for those of you who are watching and listening, Mr. Shadid's gift is an amazing, invaluable gift, especially if you have any questions or internal thoughts about self-worth and you doubt yourself with what you could do and what you're capable of doing and what are the possibilities. Definitely opt in at dailyconfidence.show/giveaway and claim this invaluable gift along with another over $15,000 worth of gifts that you could use to boost your confidence, finish 2020 strong, and a strong 2021 with a kickstart. Mr. Shadid, thank you for your time. Thank you for your generosity and all your contributions. I hope you have an amazing day, and thanks for joining us.
It's my honor to take part in the Daily Confidence giveaway. 37 gifts, ladies and gentlemen. Go to the link and claim your confidence for 2021.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye-bye. Next, I've got Sean Stewart. Welcome, Sean.
Hey, Mostafa. Nice to be with you.
Great to have you. How's your day going so far?
So far, so good. Yep, it's a
Beauty.
good time. Good time to be alive.
Fantastic. Sean, please tell us about your business's name and where you're based out of.
My business is called Rock Your Gift, and I am based out of Oceanside, California, right by San Diego.
I don't know why, for some reason, I thought you were from Canada.
Nope. I've only been there maybe once or twice. Nope. I'm all Southern California, born and raised.
Love it. I have to come down there and visit, and should probably do a beach walk or something, or go surfing. And I haven't tried surfing yet. So,
well, I'm right there with you. Even though I'm from Southern California, I'm not much of a surfer. So maybe
really?
we could do our first surfing.
We should go try it together.
I'm totally down. Where are you? Where are you based?
I'm in Calgary, Alberta, up in Canada.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I've never got my butt kicked by ocean waves, so I look forward to that. Or maybe get some sort of a shark bite.
Yeah, we'll leave that part out, hopefully.
I'm joking. So, Sean, what's the story behind what you do now?
So what I'm all about is helping people stand out, create the visibility that they desire and deserve in order to create the impact they want to make. Rock Your Gift is really all about helping people identify what their uniqueness is and bring that into their business, bring that into their brand, bring that into their messaging, bring that into how they show up on a daily basis in their business. Because there's so much copycatting, there's so much oversaturation happening. And then B, there's really a lot of people who need to get their visibility up leveled, get more people to know about who they are, and really stand out with a unique message, because everybody's different. And so I just want to stand for those people who know that they've got a unique gift, but are somehow stuck in sort of obscurity and not getting it out there.
Love it. And how do you define who you serve in your audience?
What do you mean by that?
Who do you serve? Who would you like to
okay. Yeah, so my ideal client is coaches and speakers who have a gift, like they are multi-talented or multi-passionate. They are people who are not easily fitting into the niche box. They've got a lot of talents and skills and different things that make them the unique kind of Renaissance man or woman that they are. They're coaches. They help people. They serve. They provide a service, but they just are not a one-trick pony, and they've struggled because they have found that in business they are trying to kind of define this one thing that they do, but they don't do one thing. And so I'm all about helping them to still have a very clear and accessible message in the marketplace. So I'm not asking them to like create confusing, I help everybody and I do all these things kind of marketing. But what I do is make sure that that uniqueness, those talents are integrated into what they do so that they are whole and showing up as their unique true self in their business, and moving beyond kind of the modeling paradigm where we model everything. And modeling is a big part of the coaching industry and it's a critical step. But at a certain point, people need to innovate and they need to do something that hasn't been done before in order to stand out. And that's what it's all about for me.
Got it. So just to reiterate, what is it that you specialize in?
So what I specialize in is helping people identify their X factor, which is that unique gift.
Okay.
I help them integrate that gift into their messaging, really help them to find a clear, unique message in the marketplace that's going to help them stand out, help them to find an offer that's going to crush it with that unique messaging. And then I help launch them out with 5-day challenges, with webinars, and with virtual events that basically get them to rock their gift on some kind of stage so that they can get in front of their ideal clients and close more high ticket sales.
Love it. That's amazing. For those of you who are joining us now, we are having interviews with the contributor experts with the confidence giveaway. The theme is to share gifts with business owners to help them boost their confidence. Sean here helps people with their messaging and their X factor and figuring out and clarifying those pieces so you can grow and scale a lot easier and faster. Now, during this show, later when we're done, we are going to do a draw for Amazon gift cards. If you'd like to win one of those and enter the draw, if you comment and stay engaged, ask questions, and if you tag a friend who could benefit from these amazing gifts that these experts are sharing, you will enter the draw and we will announce the winners later. So Sean, tell us about your gift and how it helps business owners boost their confidence.
Well, basically, it's called the Viral Visibility Checklist. And this is a very powerful tool that I use with all of my clients to help them to get their visibility up leveled in the online space. So basically what it does is it gives you an actual checklist that you can pull out and use anytime you do your next lives, your next posts, and increase the engagements, increase the likes, increase the viral impact of it. It's based on a lot of psychological triggers that cause people to engage. And that will be critical to use before you do any posting coming up because it's just proven to work. But on top of that, it gives you the steps to be able to get leads and clients directly off of Facebook without using any Facebook ad spends. And the reason is because, there's just such there's such an opportunity when you are clear in your messaging with a post or with a meme or with a live to get people to raise their hands. And then those people you can reach out to in Messenger and turn those into sales conversations. And this visibility checklist breaks down exactly how you do that.
Love it. I'm a huge fan of checklists because, checklists make life easy. Instead of trying to figure things out, and because first of all, it gives you a process, it gives you a flow. Then you could, it simplifies the whole thing on maybe 1 or 2 pieces of sheets or whatnot, and you go through and check it off, right? And as visibility is a very important piece, I think that this is a big, this will make an impact in your confidence when you want to be visible out there, because of the fact that, things have changed in the past 9 months. With business, we don't get out to get to walk outside and meet people face to face. You have to be visible online. There's no way around it right now. unless you want to wait and see, unless you have a bunch of cash in the bank account, you want to sit around and, watch, see what happens. Most people don't have that option, and they need to find customers now. So
Yeah.
loved what you are sharing here. Can you expand a little bit more about confidence and visibility?
Yeah, exactly. So what happens for people is that when they don't put themselves out there, they start to shrink smaller and smaller. They see people who are putting themselves out there, and then they start to create kind of like this pedestal. Oh, this person is like some known expert. They'll see people in their inbox and they'll think they're celebrities. Because why? Because they simply put themselves out there. And so there becomes this gap between them and their own confidence. Oh, I don't look good enough to go on camera. Oh, I don't know what to say. All these things that basically make them hide. And then they go deeper into this place of like not good enough and imposter syndrome. And they just watch other people succeed and they become consumers. And then, they wonder why they can't grow their business. And the reality is that they simply are hiding. And there is not necessarily something better than them when they look at these people that they look up to. There's just somebody who decided to put themselves out there. And I just want to encourage anyone who feels like they can put themselves out there in a bigger way, that it's just a decision and it's just a consistency. And when you start doing it, you will find that people will start coming to you. They'll start saying, oh, wow, you're everywhere. You'll get all of this kind of feedback that you're like some celebrity to them. And you're like, well, all I did was go live. Well, that's because more people are hiding than showing their gift. And so I really highly recommend, you don't need to have a perfect hair day. You don't need to have perfect camera. You don't need to know exactly what to say. What you do need to do is share your message consistently online, and do it now, because it's going to create momentum and you're going to grow in your confidence just by taking that simple step of being active online.
Absolutely. I think you touched on a really, really important point here about my hair doesn't look good. Oh, my voice doesn't look good. I wonder how I sound and look and what my friends and the rest of the network says about me and the rest of it. Just like Sean was just saying, it doesn't matter as long as you share your gift with love and with the intention of helping people and making a great impact. That's all that matters. And for those of you who are watching or listening later, this is a really valuable gift that I think close to 90% of business owners are struggling with, because they just don't feel good about themselves, their message, their offer, and the whole piece. So if you haven't opted into the the confidence giveaway, go to dailyconfidence.show/giveaway, opt in and get access to Sean's gift, along with close to $16,000 worth of other gifts, tools, and resources that you can use and tap into to boost your confidence. Sean, I really appreciate your efforts, and this amazing, generous contribution that you are making. So I hope you have a great day, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's great to be here, and really enjoying what you put together on this one.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it. All right. Next, I have Ellen. Welcome, Ellen.
Welcome. How are you?
Fantastic. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Beautiful. How's your day going so far?
So far, so good. It's 70 degrees here, which is pretty amazing for Iowa in November.
Fantastic. So, Ellen, please tell us your name, your business name, and where you are based out of.
I'm in Fairfield, Iowa, which is in Southeast Iowa. My business is changetheworldmarketing.com. As you can see, I have the name up there just like you, and I copied that idea from you.
Awesome. Good. Good stuff. And so, Ellen, what is the story behind what you do now?
The story behind what I do now is that I started out, as you can see with the books behind me, as an author, writing, putting together content, organizing it. That on the top shelf is my AutoCAD book, which ended up being 1,200 pages. Organize content. That the index for that thing is like 50 pages long. And so when I started going online, which I did when my kids were little, I started writing, and then I started teaching other people how to organize their content. And I created websites, and I started blogging. And finally, I went from writing books for major publishers, that's published by Wiley and Sons, to publishing my own ebooks and creating my own content and learning how to market it and learning how to grow my lists. And then I started teaching other people how to do the same.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. And then how do you define your audience? Who are the people that or business owners that you like to serve and support?
I serve people who have knowledge or expertise that is valuable for the world and they want to get out to the world, but they need to do it in a sustainable way, which means they need to bring in some income. So I teach them how to create a knowledge-based online business with their knowledge. So turning that knowledge into information products.
Love it.
They can be writers, they could be speakers. Sometimes they think of themselves as researchers or listeners or what are experts in something. They think of themselves in different ways, but they have this knowledge that they need to get out to the world.
Beautiful. And so tell us about your gift and how does your gift help business owners boost their confidence?
So my gift is called Sell and Create a Profitable Online Product. And what I try to do with this is give a 365 solution. So there are lots of courses about just how to create a product, but I want the first section of this is planning. So you do some market research and you see that there's a market for it. So that's the first thing that gives you confidence that it's going to sell. And then you build the course. And then that's the second part. And the third part is to sell it, is to promote it. And I tell people all the different ways of promoting a course. And that again gives them confidence that they have the means to sell it. Again, a lot of people teach courses on how to create an online course or an online product, but they stop. Then they say, well, send it out to your list. And the person says, what list? And so I help people with the whole thing so that they can feel confident that whatever they had, that knowledge they have, that they can actually get it out to the world and make a living with it.
Love it. That is absolutely amazing. Creating a course is a great way for business owners to establish themselves as an authority and as an expert. Mm-hmm. And it's the good thing about it is that what do I call it? It is a one-to-many strategy.
Right.
Okay. And so instead of, running around, what you might call it, running around and
like
trying to get one-to-one face meetings, you would, what you might call it, do one-to-many. And then with the list building strategy that Ellen was talking about, you would, promote it to the list and figure out how to do that. And your life would be a lot easier, especially in this day and age where a lot of things are online and you have to do it.
Right. And you build your own list, and you can do that through different types of events and giveaways and summits and so on like that. But also you do it through partners. So partnering with other people, and I like to swap partnerships, and that's how you build up your audience. And then over time you create a relationship with your audience through autoresponders and regular emails and maybe blogging, so that you develop your authority and they get to know, like, and trust you, but also respect the authority that you have. And then you create offers that are relevant to that audience. So I think of it as a three-pronged thing. You need an audience, you need a relationship with the audience, and then you need an offer relevant to that audience.
That's absolutely a valuable gift. And any business owner could use that. And I know many people, whether you've been in business for a long time or if you're just starting out, you could tap into this gift and then tap into Ellen's expertise and experience and get your business up and running. Ellen, I really appreciate you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for contributing this amazing gift and making an impact in the world with entrepreneurs to help them, boost their confidence and grow their business. Thank you, and thanks for joining us.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Next, I have Jeanette Anderson.
Hello there, Mostafa.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I think you were in another room.
I was actually in a different StreamYard waiting to in the background.
Yeah, and I'm getting messages saying, "Hey, I'm here." I'm like, I don't see you.
I think there was a different StreamYard on your sign up form than the one that we just got. But anyways, I'm here now. Hello.
Good to see you. How's your day going?
Really frustratingly, I'm having nothing but tech issues from hell and team issues from hell. I have an event coming up, and of course, nothing works.
Well, that
But
I
other
guess
than that, it's awesome.
absolutely. I mean, that's the norm now because we're doing so much tech work, all
Yeah.
this online stuff. It's like every day we have to deal at least with like 10 tech issues and
I
figure it
know.
out. Like
And
yesterday I was in a meeting,
yeah,
actually kind of an important meeting, and all of a sudden somebody texts me or messaged me saying, "Oh, my link is not working in the giveaway," and I'm like, "Sorry, dude, I have to go." I just got out of the meeting to go fix this tech issue, and then it's like, as soon as you think you have everything figured out, something goes wrong.
exactly. Well, and I got to tell you, like I said to you privately, this is probably one of the best. Well, it is actually the best organized giveaways I've ever seen in terms of all of the pieces that you're doing around it. You're really, really going above and beyond, Mostafa, to really make sure that everything is accessible, not only for the contributors, but for the participants, and that they get to see us and they get to know us and they get to find out, whether or not it's worth downloading our stuff. So I really appreciate that you're actually really being a stand for people to be successful with this.
Thank you. I really appreciate your feedback, and thank you for joining us and playing with us. So,
Yeah.
Jeanette, please tell us about your name, your business name, and where you're based out of.
Okay, well, I am based in very wintry Sylvan Lake, Alberta. Right now, I have a mobile lifestyle so that I can avoid winter because I'm allergic to it. But as you know, things have changed, so not so much with the going south this year, or anywhere warm. I'm in Alberta, and it is actually very pretty as long as I'm inside. My company's name is Bodacity, and the tagline is actually "Be the Difference." It says something different up there, but and Bodacity is really about kind of encapsulating my stand. So my stand in the world is that I want people to get that you matter and live like you do. And so part of what happened with Bodacity was I got this big download many years ago, almost 10 years ago now, and wrote all these journal pages and had this big epiphany. And then I read it at the end and I went, oh, wrong number, and closed the book. And that started 8 years of resistance to this calling. Because I was like, I don't even like women. Go away, universe. I'm not a feminist. Could leave me alone. I think you got the wrong person. That whole resistance dance went on for 8 years. And finally, after many, many calls from the universe, I finally went, okay, fine, leave me alone. I'll do it. That was my version of gracious surrender, although there was more swearing involved. And I then stepped into it. So Bodacity is about shifting our world from fear to love, one happy woman at a time. And
Can you repeat that one more time, please?
Shifting our world from fear to love, one happy woman at a time. Because it's kind of true. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. And there's a lot of very unhappy women in the world right now. And so that impacts the kids and the men and the planet and everything. So my part of the contribution around that is really getting women on the path of their power and their purpose and their pleasure, so that they can live into that in the world, in their business, and use their gifts and be the difference that only they can be. Now, it's not limited just to women, and it's not about discrimination. It's just that I know that there's more imbalance there that needs to be brought back home. So that's why. But the gift I have is actually really good for any entrepreneur of any type, including those who are starting out and those who are more advanced, because a lot of advanced entrepreneurs don't have the key thing that I talk about in the training that I've provided.
Absolutely. I've known Jeanette here for a good part of, I guess, 12 years, and she is a very experienced coach, and she could, with one statement, make a massive change. Like a couple of years ago, we were in a mastermind. She picked something out on me, and it made a massive shift on my energy level ever since. Jeanette, you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I told you to tell your face. Because Mostafa is a very kind man and very sweet and often very serious and intense. And so that was kind of putting people off. It was just like, no, tell people how happy you are. But so that, I remember it very well. And actually, there was a big shift, and I really applaud you for like applying it and changing your marketing photos and really taking that to heart and making sure people see the heart of you as well as the brain of you.
Absolutely. And so what I'm trying to say is she's really, really good at what she does, and she really can help. And she has, I think, about 30 years of experience on that.
Oh, bless your heart. You see, you're a smart man underestimates when it comes to age. No, I've been helping entrepreneurs now I've had my business for almost 40 years, and doing business startup and turnaround
Did
support.
you start when you were like 5 or something?
Yeah, I did. Good follow up, Mostafa. Yeah. So I've been coaching for 35 years and facilitating personal development workshops, and I have been in the entrepreneurial game for the better part of 40. I've taken a few little hiatuses to go into corporate, and then after about 2 years, I go, I remember why I hate this, and I go back and start my company again. I was cured of that permanently in 2001. I will never stray away from my love of entrepreneurship again, and back into the corporate world. But it's about, really, for me, entrepreneurship is really about taking control of our destiny, or at least the illusion of it, and really being able to contribute more directly and specifically what our gifts are and who we're meant to be in the world, the change we are meant to be in the world.
Absolutely. So you serve women.
Yep.
Is there how do you define your audience? Is there a specific type of women that you're after and you'd like to serve and support?
Yep. Well, and I say I serve women and a few brilliant men, because there's some brilliant men who understand.
There are not very many brilliant men.
And a few brilliant men, because they're the ones who get that it's really smart to hang out with women and to support this evolution. Because it's not about either or, it's about both and women have not been partnering really effectively with men. So it's about both and. So it's men who get that it's time for women to partner with them. So yeah, the women I work with are entrepreneurs, typically business owners, and I support them in getting either the next 10 clients, their next tens of clients, or the next hundreds of clients, depending on the stage that they're at. And one of the things that I really focus on is, I'm frankly really pissed off. Can I say pissed off in this interview? Pissed off at our industry, because many people are being sold things that are ahead of the stage of business that they're at. They're being sold one-to-many solutions, and they don't know how to sell one-to-one. They're being sold things that leverage them when they don't have their strategy in place for the basic delivery. And so I really support people in choosing, hi Jane, thank you. Choosing the solution that's appropriate for the stage that they're at their business. And for many entrepreneurs, that's getting their next 10 clients. If they're at the next stage, then yes, it's about getting the next tens of clients. So leveraging strategies like creating programs, masterminds, speaking. Or if they're more evolved in their business, their next hundreds of clients. And that's if they're at that real authority stage in their business. So different solutions at different stages. And it's women who are actually really committed to taking action, not to be buying a program to be seen to be taking action. There's a big difference. I don't want people downloading stuff here and putting it in a folder somewhere and forgetting it. I call that shelf help shame. And it creates more of a distance between what we know and what we're doing. And it takes you out of the game instead of putting you into it. So don't download shit unless you're going to use it.
I love it. I'm going to say that again. Don't download shit unless you're going to use it.
Yeah. And certainly don't buy shit unless you're going to use it.
For sure.
Yeah.
You should trademark that line.
I know. Exactly. I say it pretty often. I think it should be a bumper sticker. That's it. I'm going to go
absolutely
for it now.
So tell us about your gift and how it helps business owners boost their confidence.
Okay, so it's called the Authority and Influence Engine, how to create information-based marketing that supports you in building your lists, your credibility, and your cash flow, or something something like that. And really what it is a 1-hour training with templates and examples and samples of how to create a lead magnet, which for some people who are new to this is basically just a valuable piece of information that you can give people that attracts them to you. It demonstrates your expertise. It gives them some value. It provides them with something that they want, a solution that they want to need, and gets them on your list so that you can start to build a relationship and engage with them. So that's what a lead magnet is. Basically, it's something that creates a lead for you. And this is specifically, so it's about how to create lead magnets, how to, some tools for creating great titles, and some real practicalities about the different kinds of lead magnets that you can create and which are considered more valuable, less valuable. But I also really focus on one specifically. It's called a buying criteria lead magnet. And this is where a lot of more advanced entrepreneurs, they might have a lot of content, but they often don't have this. And the buying criteria lead magnet is where you set the standard for how people should be making a decision when it comes to buying products or services like yours. So for instance, I have an ebook on how to confidently choose the right business coach for you, right? And I set a criteria for selecting a good business coach. Here's the things that you should be considering and asking my competitors. And of course, it's geared towards featuring and highlighting your strengths. But it gives them some valuable information to use, and it really helps you identify people who are right in that decision-making process at the time. Because if they're downloading the book, they're probably looking for a business coach. So it makes them a warm and qualified lead as well, and really features and highlights you. So I talk to you about how to do that in the training, give you some examples, and I would highly recommend that if you don't have one of those, you go and create it. And it doesn't have to be big or complicated. It can be something that's a few pages, or even in some cases, one page. A one-page checklist could do the job.
Absolutely. And a lead magnet, for those of you who are just watching, you're not familiar with the term. Why don't you tell us what a lead magnet is? Is like 30 seconds.
It's like I said before, it's the thing that you would give to someone, something of value that gets them to give you their email address and name. So they'll opt into a list, and in exchange, you give them something of value that they appreciate and that markets and positions you in their mind.
That's amazing. Yeah. You got to have lead magnets to start generating leads. Okay. So you just basically put them out there and see who is interested in what you have to offer. They come in, you have a nurturing sequence, either via email or via a class, or maybe one-on-one coaching and consultation, and you walk them through your funnel to turn them into a paying customer. However, you've got to have this lead magnet to make this whole thing work, right?
Yep, absolutely. And what Mostafa just said often makes people go, that's a lot, and that's confusing and intimidating. It's ideal if you have that. And even if you only have this lead magnet to give away when you're networking, or to have people, to exchange when you do a speech and you give it to them at the end, or even if you start with that and you don't have the funnel and the nurture sequence and all that, it's good to have it. Then it's good to set it up as an electronic opt-in so that they have to give you an email and a phone number so you can start building your list, because that matters a lot.
Yeah.
And then it's good to really start to establish the relationship, which means having a nurture sequence, which is a series of emails that keeps you in contact with them. And by the way, those are not all pitches and sales and so forth. They're providing value. They're letting them get to know you. There's you finding more out about them. It's actually really about establishing and developing a relationship.
Absolutely. I have a little rant about this one piece that you said, that people get overwhelmed and intimidated with business. The fact of the matter is, business is not simple. There is a lot of different pieces to be figured out. That's why we have 7 categories with 38 different gifts in here. And this still doesn't cover all of it. So you need to tap into the wisdom of the people who've been there and done that in these different categories, so you could become confident in that area and you could handle it and get it done. Right? Trust me, I've been there and I've done that, where I've been trying to be a smart ass forever, and it takes longer, it costs more, and it's frustrating, right?
Yeah. And not only that, it can really take you out because like right now, I'm trying to get a whole bunch of infrastructure in place for a 3-day live event. And it's overwhelming. And I've been in this business for a while. And there are times where it's like stops me, where I just like, okay, to hell with it. I'm going to go watch TV and drink wine. And that's the thing is, bite-sized pieces will help you eat the elephant. Although I think it's really mean to eat elephants, but nonetheless, bite-sized pieces will get you there. So, and like Mostafa's really smart at all of these components, but it's taken time and years. So really, part of what I kind of tell people is think of it if you were getting a degree and becoming a doctor, you wouldn't expect to be that in 6 months or 8 months. So commit to gaining the expertise over time and bite-sized pieces. Focus on a little bit. Go and get and apply half dozen of these gifts or put some of them away for later and just focus on 1 or 2 at a time and then do the next 2 and the next 2, that kind of thing. Don't try and overwhelm yourself is what we're saying.
Absolutely. Jeanette, I really appreciate you and this amazing gift that you're giving away and helping and make entrepreneurs making an impact, and hopefully we could make a little dent out there, one entrepreneur at a time.
Yep, and I'm actually, now that you've mentioned it, because I'm so fired up about helping entrepreneurs, I'm going to actually add a bonus in here for anybody who hears this particular interview. It's not on the gift itself. If you when you create a lead magnet that you would like some feedback and some input on. So I've been doing this for a lot of years. You can come to my Facebook group, Bodacity's Action Heroes, post your lead magnet, and I will give you one-to-one feedback and help you hone it so that it works really well and converts well. So if you're listening to this and you go download the gift, you go to my Bodacity's Action Heroes, put your lead magnet in there. I will give you one-to-one consultation and feedback on it, okay?
Love it. That's a very generous offer.
Just for you guys that are listening to him.
Yep. So if you're watching or listening on the podcast here later, Jeanette here just shared another amazing gift, like her one-on-one personal attention about your lead magnet and getting feedback on it, which is invaluable. You would have to spend, I don't know, at least $500 or $1,000 to get anything like that. And she just gave it away for free. And if you're watching and are listening, opt into dailyconfidence.show/giveaway, claim her gift, and go visit her page, post it in her group, and she'll give you feedback. Jeanette, I really appreciate you. This was a really good conversation. I think we caught up after a couple of years, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for doing all this work, because it's a lot of work for you to put all these gifts out into the world. So thank you for doing that, Mostafa.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your snowy day.
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to go out there. I love what you say. It's like, I love it. It looks good as long as someone else is shoveling my sidewalk.
Exactly. And I'm inside and I have candles and a fire. Then I'm good. It's all good. Okay. Bye, sweetie.
Maybe my neighbor gets to do it. Have a great day.
Bye.
All right, gang. Thank you for joining us. This is the end of the Thursday version of live interviews for the daily, the confidence giveaway. And tomorrow on Friday and Saturday, we're going to do panel discussions. So our expert contributors will show up. We're going to share stories about what they do, how their experience was, and how they have helped customers and their tribe boost their confidence and achieve what they need and want to achieve. If you want to show up and ask questions and maybe engage in the conversations, please do. It's going to be Friday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And we will be giving away Amazon gift cards as well. As a matter of fact, speaking of Amazon gift cards, I have an announcement to make. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up the names of the ladies who won our Amazon gift card from yesterday. So, number 1 is Michelle Loftus. I believe she is from Niagara Falls, Canada, is for what I remember. She won an Amazon gift card. And Tara Colton also won a gift card, an Amazon gift card yesterday for engaging, asking questions, and tagging friends with the show. It doesn't have to be even with the live show. even after the show, if you ask questions, make comments, and tag friends, you will still enter your name into the draw for the Amazon gift cards. Hope you enjoyed this show, and I hope you have a great evening, and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye now.